guess we'll keep this short. Just continuing on from the little chat about Muddy Waters, and I wanted to make reference to that book I had mentioned. It's called I Can't Be Satisfied by a guy called Robert Gordon. Fantastic book. That's where I derived any of all of my kind of spurious knowledge, of Muddy Waters, and it was great. It had lots of interviews, from Paul Lasser, guys like this, guys that had hung out and played with Little Walter, and you get all the good quotes, and it was a fantastic book. Yeah, definitely worth checking out. But it reminded me, of the song Can't Be Satisfied, I think later called, in the original field recording it was called Abbey's Trouble. So like whenever it later got to be and they had that stand-up bass, like a skiffle type affair, it got a little more jolly, I thought, there was some nice syncopation type things going on between the two players, whenever it got to this sort of instrumental run or whatever, it was great, but I really like the original one. I just picked this up and listened to it. I could play it a bit whenever I was younger, so it'll be quite dodgy as per usual, so it's like... Babe, she's gonna jump and shout, that old train keep rolling, babe, and I come walking out. Anyway, there's a part in the book getting near to the end where, like, I guess Muddy's like, the doctors told him you can't be drinking beer and whiskey all the time now, every day, like, so he changes over to champagne, and he drinks champagne. It's a little easier on the guts or whatever, but he's like, in the back kitchen or whatever, looking about a bit of grub probably or something like that, God knows, right? And he hears somebody out in the outhouse or the back shed playing guitar, and it turns out it's one of Mud's, maybe one of his stepsons, or one of his eldest sons, is out having a go at that, And he's probably doing a really good version of it, I would imagine, but Muddy comes out and he's like, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you're doing... So he was quite fully aware of all of the little nuances and bits and pieces. It's not like he just picked the thing up and whacked through it, you know what I mean? And I think it's quite fair to say that whenever, Lomax or whatever came through and said he was looking for Robert Johnson, couldn't find him, and was told there's somebody every bit as good in Muddy Waters on up the road there, actually, it was kind of true. I sort of dismissed that when I was younger because it's Robert Johnson, he's untouchable, But Muddy Waters was a hell of a, slide player, guitar player, For me, for my money anyway. Anyway, it's worth checking out the original, the old acetates, to get that original thing. It's a bit more deeper, and so I think this older son of Muddy's then was had taken a gig or something, and he was playing some of Muddy's songs, and it must have been one of the guys that had played in the band. I don't know, who knows, like Pee Wee Madison, or one of these guys was like, them some mighty big boots you're trying to fill, and the guy was like, Jesus, I'm just trying to keep him shined, something like that, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Probably catch a lot of flack for going in for that, you know what I mean? Anyway, that's the crap version, like, that's the crap version, yeah. But, do you know what it is? It's cool stuff. I think Robert Johnson might have played in this. whatever, you know, whatever. Yeah. I suppose it just goes to show, you know. But I just like to think myself as a big fan, you know. I'm a bit of a student of Muddy Waters, as ridiculous as that might be, you know. Being some guy from Ireland, it's I hate to think anybody's sleeping on him as a guitar player and, you know, as a singer, everything, you know. You know, he hears himself back in the acetate, doesn't he? He says, man, I can sing. He sure could. Good evening.